Okay. Okay. Oh snap! Look, I turned it on. I didn't mean to click on that. I get that light back on. All right. Yo, listen, we live. I know nobody's here yet. I'm about to send out the email right now, let y'all know that your boy is live and we streaming. I just got to get the links to it. Yo, so this was super last minute. A lot of exciting things that are going down with the Identity Jedi show specifically, and I'm really excited about it. And I'm doing some work right now to get the newsletter ready for tomorrow. And I'm late on some things. We got a new update to the community blog that I'm actually getting ready to post, like literally, like right now. I'm about to post this. But first of all, I got to send an email. I gotta let y'all know I'm out here. I gotta let y'all know that your boy is out here. Come holler at your boy. Come join me. Come chill out with me tonight. We're gonna vibe. I'm gonna try and play some music, but YouTube might holler at me if I play some music. Might get copyright stuff or whatever, but we'll see. We gonna vibe. They might just take it down later. You. I wonder if I can play like some. Let me do this. You know what? Yo, do this. Yo, what's good? What's good? I'm posting it. I'm posting it. What's up, Emmanuel? Working. I'm working. I'm working. Yo, I'm about to restream. Got some chill music I can play. And yeah, look for y'all that's watching. Y'all let me know if y'all can hear this music. All my stuff is going through my output. I don't know if that's actually coming in through the stream, so I don't know if y'all can hear that or not. From the Durables game. What up? What up, Tim V? Hanging out, huh? All right. Listen, I'm about to blast to the rest of the Jedi crew and let them know we out here. Oh, dope. You can hear the music? That's what's up. All right. That's gonna be the vibe for the night then. Now I want hopefully YouTube don't get mad at me for that. Because that's straight from Restream. I think it's just some chill like elevator music stuff. But normally I'll probably put on some J. Cole, something like that or whatever, you know what I mean? And I got myself in all kind of trouble. So listen. First off, I wanted to, show you guys like the new setup, right? The new kind of setup and office and background. And don't worry, like there's a space right here. Like I got something planned for this. So hopefully by the next time we really start getting into this, I'll have something ready for y'all to have over there. But wanted to show you the new setup. I got some mood lighting going on. You know what I mean? So we can change it up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I got some things I want to show off a little bit. I like it. I've been stepping my game up. Trying to get ready to do some things out here. So while we're here, if you got questions, man, holla at me. Put them in the chat. We can talk about it. Right now, let me find this new article that needs to get posted. I was working on it. Anybody else? I got like 50 million tabs open. Like 3 different windows. It's crazy. Crazy. I make sure the mic stays close so y'all can hear me. I got a weird setup because I need the mic like right here, but then I got it tight. And so like, yeah, gotta work on that. I'm not looking at the chat right now, so if you sending in stuff, I will get to it in a sec. But let me know how your day was. It's Tuesday, August 8th. How you doing? How's your year been? I want to hear about it. We can talk about it. All right. Let's take this out. Go. love it. This music's actually not too bad. I mean, not something I would listen to normally, but, you know. Chat, how y'all doing out there? Hi, okay. Oh, good. Yo, Tim, man, what's the score of the game? What's going on? The Durham Bulls. And I cannot wait for football season to start. Man, y'all don't understand. Yo, Hard Knocks comes on tonight. Man, it's gonna be a long night for me. I'm about to finish this newsletter. I'm about to send out this email right now, and then I got some other editing stuff to do, and I'm gonna be watching Hard Knocks. Like, I am a football junkie, yo. I'm trying to tell you, like a straight football junkie. I love it. And so glad that DirecTV is no longer the sole provider of Sunday Ticket. It's on YouTube TV. Thank goodness. Because I have YouTube TV. And yes, best believe I got Sunday Ticket. It's going down. Can't wait. Cannot wait. Where is mine? It's kind of nice. While y'all here, a couple of announcements. Number one. Oh man. Just starting your day out in Oz, man. Special place in my heart, buddy. Special place in my heart. I love me some Oz. E-Man, I hear you, dog. You know what I'm saying? Listen. You know what? I think I heard this quote the other day about stress, right? Like, I think it can get a negative connotation. Now, granted, like too much stress and not handling it is bad, but like, you know, when you're in those stressful situations, like that's where you're growing, right? Creating that pressure to kind of, you know, force you to change and develop and get stronger. It's like the same thing with like, you know, building muscles and working out. Like you're putting stress on the muscles to get them to react. So I think a lot of things in life is how we kind of look at it. If we take the proper perspective to help us get through it, man. My year's been challenging, man. I won't sit here and say that it's been great, but at the same time, it's had ups and downs. Some amazing things. Look, man, my book got launched this year. That was huge. You know what I'm saying? That was a huge thing for me. Like finally getting the book out there and releasing it and getting everybody's reviews about it has been pretty awesome. The podcast has been going well. The newsletter, that's been the biggest surprise to me this year has been the newsletter. Just how much, you know, you guys are loving the newsletter, watching the subscribers grow like crazy. And so I'm just been really embracing that. And then, on a personal note, man, just really getting a chance to enjoy, taking time to celebrate the wins a little bit more, enjoying life, hanging out with friends and family. So all in all, it's been good. Ian, man, I hope you have a great day down in Oz, man. Seriously. I love that place so much. I fell in love with it. And it's been 2015 is the last time I was there. I went back in 2016, but I spent 6 months there in 2015 down in Sydney. Man, I freaking loved it. Aussies, man, you guys got a place in my heart always. And I still got to make it to New Zealand and hang out with my Kiwis, man. I got to go to an All Blacks game because I've never seen people get down like I've seen with the All Blacks game. That's crazy. But Oz, man, y'all always got a special place in my heart. I love it. I want to get back there. So I think the next time I visit, I think I'm gonna just make that place home. I mean, so because it's that beautiful. Bondi Beach calls to me, speaks to me. I miss it all the time. Where are you, sir? So I'm getting ready to post this. Thought I had it, but I don't. So I'm gonna just post it there. Boom, save guest. post this article by Jordan Burse. So Cure. He submitted community blogs. Shout out to my man Jordan. Good dude. Good dude. Yeah, for those of you out there, listen, if you want to submit a blog for the community section, feel free, please. Hit me up. Let me know. Trying to build a nice community blog section about AI. Look, and look, vendors are welcome. I'm just gonna tell you, you can't do your vendor pitches, right? Like you guys know what it is. No vendor pitches. Let's actually build some real thought leadership in this industry. And I always tell any vendor, look, listen, you don't have to pitch and sell your stuff. If it's as good as it says it is, then like people will just kind of reach out and find about it. If you write something, if you post a good content, if you have a good webinar and you're saying some thoughtful things that make sense to people, they're going to come looking out for you, right? You don't have to do the hard sales. And I don't want this place to be a place for hard sales, because we already have too much vendor talk out there right now. Like it's really hard to just find just information about stuff without hearing vendor talk. So, but listen, everybody's welcome. Submit if you want to write a blog for the community. I will review it, get it posted up. They drop every Tuesday. Usually I get them out in the morning. One-man band, right? Well, not a one-man band. I do have a small team behind me, but stuff comes up. All right, so boom, we're sending this out. Schedule, about to send this right now. Publish now. Boom. All right, new community blog is live. It's launched. It's up there. Go check it out. Oh man, and I already messed it up. Using AI to fight back. I misspelled it. As soon as it lets me change it, I will go and change that. My bad. I am human. Look at that. It happens. And it's sending, so it won't let me change it. So, snafu on my part. Keep rolling with it. Keep rolling with it. All right, so now, where is my... Did they take it out? Bro. All right. I used to be able to send out email blast. I guess I can't do it anymore. There we go. Segment. As I got older, I realized I can't do two things at once anymore, so I'm typing up this email. Cheers, Ian. Man, I appreciate it, man. Thanks, man. I really appreciate that. I didn't already put the links in here for the book, but you can find it. Actually, I'll post one in the chat for a link to the book for anybody that wants to go and check it out. Short book, short read, but something that was just kind of near and dear to my heart that I wanted to get out there. And yeah, celebrating the little wins, man. I'm getting better at that. I really am working on that this year, to take time to celebrate those little wins. And sometimes I just get so focused on like the bigger things that I want to do that I miss those little wins. But got to take time to celebrate those. Music is a vibe. Restream. See you. All right. That's probably gonna do that. Be back there. Take this out. Share. Copy. Oh, you're kidding me. Beehive won't let me be great right now. Beehive, you won't let me be great. I can't put my link to YouTube, my email blast. See if we can work around it. Just do this. Wonder if it's the streaming link that it doesn't like. It's just, well, in general, the link that it doesn't like. Let's figure this out. Yo, listen, anything that you get from me right now is probably gonna have typos because I'm doing so many things at once. So, you know, little grace, please. I know some of you guys will call me out about it. Here we go. So it doesn't like the streaming links. That's interesting. Yo, Beehive, checking this out. If you ever see this, streaming links in email embeds don't seem to work. So you guys might want to look into that. Beehive is actually a fantastic platform for newsletters. So if you're out there and you know you're thinking about starting a newsletter, I highly recommend Beehive. Like seriously, I've been on it for this past year, and so to watch it grow and change, like the features that they're pumping out, and how quickly they're doing it is amazing. Just from as a fellow product person, I am really impressed at their ability to turn out features. And then as a company, they're growing like crazy, right? They just raised money. I think they raised like 20 something million. I could be wrong in that. You guys can go check it out. But amazing company, good product, good platform. So highly recommend Beehive. I put in my link to get the affiliate stuff, but I don't feel like doing that right now. But whatever. Go check it out. All right, boom. Email blast going out. Simple. Boom. Yeah, so if you follow it and you're a follower, you probably you got two email blasts. Just hit up, run. You got the new community blog that's out with the typo in it. My bad. And you just got the announcement that I am out here streaming live. And I love what like LinkedIn streaming has done now. Like it's right there on my profile page. So it's the background to my profile has a streaming on it. I like it. And it looks like the streaming has gotten better. I started streaming on YouTube originally when I started the podcast, but man, like it was just, I'm gonna be honest, it was horrible. It was a horrible experience. So it's gotten better. Clearly. All right, people. I'm gonna start writing. To 47th edition of the Identity Jedi Newsletter. We are almost to 52, which is a big milestone because 52 weeks in a year. It's going to be a complete year that we've been doing this newsletter. And let's do story time with Dave as I'm putting this together. So how this newsletter came together. I've told this story before. I don't know if it was like at a podcast interview if I wrote about it, but like literally this whole newsletter idea came together with a text from a buddy of mine. And he sent me this text and was like, dude, I think you could make crazy money if you did like a weekly, I think he said daily at first, like a daily newsletter on Identity. And I was like, get the hell out of here, man. Like, what? No. And then he was like, no, I'm serious, man. And so he kept like putting that bug in my ear about doing this newsletter. And I was like, man, there's no way I could do daily. First of all, Identity, like as much as I love it, and all of you that follow me know that I love it, it doesn't change that much and it's boring as hell. Like daily, like that, and that's just too time consuming. was like, maybe weekly. Let's see. But one of my favorite newsletters is the Morning Brew. If you've never heard of it, Morning Brew newsletter, it's freaking fantastic. I love that newsletter. One of the most successful newsletters out there. Another really good company. So, quick side note: Beehive was started by a former member of Morning Brew. He left there, went to go start Beehive to create a newsletter platform. So, but what I loved about Morning Brew was I loved the way it was written. Really short, sweet, to the point. I love the referral program. It was super dope. People could share. You could get like free gifts and stuff. And so I was like, man, if I want to do a newsletter, I want to do something like that. But I couldn't find something that had all of that put in together, right? I wasn't about to go build my own referral system. It was too much to track. I was like, man, I don't have time to do all this stuff. So I stumbled. Okay, he actually found Beehive. He'd heard about it. He sent it to me. He was like, boom, here it is. Created by people from Morning View. I was like, this dude really, really wants me to do this newsletter. So then I started looking into it, and then lo and behold, I was like, all right, let's do it. And literally started from zero, folks. Like I, no email subscribers, nothing. I was like, I just want to do this thing. So I said, let's see what happens, right? And I think the first one went out, maybe like 30 some odd people, and then after that, it's just been growing ever since, right? Week after week, continue to like search and get different articles, messing around with the format. So for those of you who've been around since day one, you've seen the format change, mostly on the styling. Excuse me, not necessarily on the content. The content's kind of always been the same. It's just and it's me writing it, right? So, but it's been a journey, and it's been really fun to do this. Granted, there's been some slow weeks, man. Like sometimes there's just not really a whole lot moving identity access management, and there's a lot of stuff where I feel like I'm repeating myself. And I don't want to do that. I want to make sure that, as subscribers, you're always getting, new fresh takes on content. So, but it's been great. I've been loving to see it grow, and feedback that I've been getting from, the followers such as yourself, people that are watching, has been amazing, and you guys keep me going. So listen, I appreciate it, right? I really do. And I love hearing that, right? So if you love it, send that like, send me an email, let me know. Let me know what you love about it. Now I've started to include the poll every time. So when you read the newsletter, if you scroll at the bottom, there's a poll there. Like, make sure you engage with that, right? Let me know, because I'm looking at that to make sure that I'm creating good quality content for you. And also to be aware, so the newsletter does come to you in email, but there is a website, right? There's a website you can go. You can leave comments on the website. You can engage there. So check it out. Boom. If you're watching this and you're not subscribed to the newsletter, wow, right there, QR code, get it going, do what you got to do, go holler at it, right? And also, quick announcement while we're here, there's a new YouTube channel coming, people. So right now, this YouTube channel that you're watching this on, if you're watching this on YouTube, is the Ebony Ascent channel. So that is Ebony Ascent is the brand name for my media company, the media company On the Corner Media that I founded 2 years ago. And Ebony Ascent was our brand that we started with that, where we produce a number of different content highlighting Black and Brown creators, and highlighting their voices and their stories. And Identity Jedi Show started kind of building and becoming this kind of tech audience, and we didn't really cover a lot of the stuff that we covered with the rest of everything on Ebony Ascent. So we decided to have it make it its own YouTube channel. So the YouTube channel right here, you can scan on that brand new YouTube channel, Identity Jedi, really simple to find. And that's where you're going to be finding all the Identity Jedi content coming from now on. Now, obviously, granted, media company still owns everything, but we just wanted to make it a separate channel so you can get access there. Go subscribe. This week on Friday, the keynote from Identiverse will be dropping live on that channel. I've already got it scheduled for a premiere to come on Friday. This is the keynote from Identiverse, my first kind of big stage keynote. An exciting time for me. I had such a good time out of Identiverse doing this keynote, and I'm happy to share it with all of you. And I want you guys to take a look. So that'll be dropping on Friday, premiering on the YouTube channel. So listen, make sure you head over to the YouTube channel right now, the new one. Click it right here, Identity Jedi. Let me find it. Boom, right there. First of all, you got to subscribe. I want you to do that. Make sure you subscribe, like, the current content that's on there. I appreciate that. It goes a long way. And then also click that bell for notifications. So because every time I drop something, we drop something, surprise is coming. There's new things coming. Every time we drop something, I want you to know about it, right? I don't want you to be like, man, I don't understand why Dave's not dropping any content. Like, oh man, when did you drop this? You get that notification bell, send you an email, you know what to do. But listen, guys, content created life. I got to ask you to do it. So check that out. I'm gonna leave that up on the screen. I'm going back to writing. I'm gonna dive in here. If you have questions, let me pull a shot back up. Nope, no more questions. Chat's just kind of chilling out. Y'all chilling, that's good. Enjoy the vibes, people. We chilling. I love this music. And we're gonna switch up the music though, real quick. I am like vibing with this. Oh, let's see what Restream thinks about hip hop. We're gonna see what this is. Ooh. Not bad. It's okay. All my hip hop fans out there. Shout out to my man Dutch Swartz. Man, listen. Dutch was one of the best things at AWS. One of the best relationships I made at AWS. Like hands down. Me and my man Dutch we would chop it up about hip hop all the time. And I mean, it's nothing like talking to another true hip hop head. But like Dutch is very eclectic. Like he listens to all kind of music, but hip hop, man, like he goes in his bag. My man knows everything, like the old school, the new school, like he's on it. Amidst those talks, man, I got to get back to Denver, man. We got to chill out. And I got to catch a concert at Red Rocks. I keep hearing all this stuff about Red Rocks, but I'm not gonna come until it's got to be a hip hop concert or something like that, right? I I don't know how many times they do hip hop concerts at Red Rocks, but if they ever do one, I got to make it up there. This hip hop's kind of nice. I like that beat. I'm not gonna freestyle for y'all because I can't. You know what I mean? That's not one of the gifts I was given. Yeah, I believe it's August already, man. It's crazy. Going by fast. On the news, what's popping in Identity this week? Been doing a lot of special editions, so there's some stuff that I missed that I wanted to get to. Oh, we got a big raise here. Conductor 1. Identity Security and Access Governance Company raises 27 mil. 12 million expansion of a Series A funding. Ooh, big statement. Oh, I like this. Oh yeah, we talking about this one. Dr. One. Don't do that. I really want to listen to J. Cole right now. I mean, it's not like I can shut down my live stream. I think I might do it. It's just the replay probably will get taken down at some point for copyright infringement or whatever. We should change that, man. For real. We're now in the world of streaming, bro. Like, I really think we should work to change that. Like, listen, as a creator myself, as a artist, I'll say songwriter. I don't really call myself a musician, because I can play with a couple of instruments, but nothing like really, really well. But man, I get it. Like, everybody should be fairly compensated for their creative works and what they do. But we got to find a way to compensate them and still allow for like the sharing. Like everything with technology. Like right now, we vibing out, we chilling on the stream. Like it's just dope to be able to, like pop up one of my playlists and share that music with y'all. You know what I mean? And that's because music is a different way that people connect and understand. Like, yo, what do you listen to? One of the dopest things, if you have Spotify Premium, man, shout out to Spotify Premium for this. I thought this was dope. They rolled it out as a Valentine's Day thing, but like just overall, it's actually pretty dope. So I think it's only the premium members. It's called Blend, and basically like you can like send a link to like friends, and it'll curate a playlist based off things that you like and one that a friend likes, right? And so me and my group of buddies, I got a couple of these going. It's like 5 of us. We got this crazy blend of music. Like we got one guy that loves rock and roll and all kind of stuff that pops up, and it's like, man, that's crazy. And then even like within like hip hop and R&B, like I got some friends that are a little bit more old school with the R&B, back to the 90s R&B. I kind of listen to all kind of crazy things, like the Hamilton soundtrack mixed up in there. I got classical music. And so it's pretty dope when you just pull up that playlist and you get this nice collection of like all your friends' music. Music is a different type of relationship, right? Like it's a different way to connect. So I say all that to say a little mini rant that we should find a way that we could share more of that, and make sure that, the artists are getting compensated, but like, where it's not always like copyright infringement. We could vibe and chill out. Those are my thoughts anyway. I don't know. Y'all let me know what you think. I think most of y'all gone though. I don't see nobody else. So I'm just talking to the void. It's cool. I like it. Chilling. I gotta talk about this spiciness coming out of this Conductor One raise, man. I'll check this out real quick, and I'm about to write about this. But listen, here's this quote coming from a PR about Conductor One. Traditional IGA and PAM solutions have failed to adequately address the needs of modern organizations because they were not built for the cloud era, and there is slow time to value, clunky implementation, and poor user experience across siloed products have made IT and security teams struggle to remain compliant and secure. Shots fired. Yo, they talk like I talk. I love it. Plus, IT teams are consumed with access request tickets and manual provisioning still to this day. To this day! While security teams deal with an increasing attack surface of standard permissions, the implementation of least privilege, considered a best practice, has remained out of reach without a modernized approach. Conductor One has positioned itself as a solution to these challenges by guiding, automating, and orchestrating access controls to enforce these privileges. Look, I get it, man, and that's listen. There's no lies told in any of that statement. I listen. I love the spiciness. I love that spiciness as far as marketing is concerned, right? I mean, that's not truly spicy, but for marketing, that's pretty spicy. Because most of the time, this is bland. It's like, oh, we provide this or whatever. No, they just straight all them out. So look, additional solutions have failed, point blank. Now, question is, who do you consider to be a traditional solution? I can think of some names. So I'm just saying. Shots fired, man. This is about to get spicy. I love it. I want to see more of this. I want to see more. I want to see more companies coming out and shooting shots across the bow. Let them know your time is up. We need to run it, right? For those of you that used to play 5-on-5, running at the LA Fitness gym, yo, run it. Next up, where your 5 at? Let's go. Conductor One is out here, man. Out here. I like it. Spicy talk. Mouse, that's why. The mouse over there. The only thing that would have made this better is if they would have quoted like who from Conductor One said that. Like, like you're gonna talk spicy, put your name on it. But I get it. Listen, B2B, we're so conservative, we're so like buttoned up, but yo, if you gonna talk, put your name on it. But I get it. Pretty sure their PR person said they'll do that. I don't know about y'all, but I'm kind of having fun doing this. I think we should like do this during the day. Like, we should do a group working session and just kind of hang out, right? And vibe. You know what I mean? Looks like most of the chat is gone, but for real, like when y'all see this in a replay, yo, leave a comment. What up? Yo, my guy, listen. My guy right now, listen, everybody that's watching, everybody around the world. Listen, I still don't know how to pronounce your last name, Andrew. And that's a shame, bro. And that's on me. And I hate that. But when I tell y'all this man is a superstar, I need y'all to listen. I'm telling this for everybody that's watching right now. So if everybody that's going to watch this later on LinkedIn and YouTube, y'all need to know about Andrew. Check him out in the comments. Like, follow his, actually, we're about to do it right now. I'm about to shout you out right now, homie. Listen, all things IAM on the YouTube channel. He's got a LinkedIn course telling you how to break into the world of identity and access. Yo, this dude, rising freaking superstar. I love everything that he does out there, bro. Happy to see you, man. Hope all is going well. Yo, Identity Week. Thanks for the hookup on that. Thanks for the link. So we're gonna definitely hang out in DC coming up. So hey, for those of y'all that's watching, Identity Week out in DC, October 3rd and 4th. Make sure you come out. The Identity Jedi will be in the house. Andrew will be in the house, man. Like, chant the phone. Did I get that right? Hey, man, you should listen. I know it's last minute. You probably didn't want to do this. If you want to hop on the stream, man, you know what I mean? Come hop and chill with your boy. If you got the time, you know what I mean? Even for a little bit. Here, I'm gonna send you the link right now. I'm gonna shoot it to you. I'm gonna shoot you a link right now, Andrew. If you got the time, man, come chill with me. I'm gonna drop it to you in a DM on LinkedIn. Come on, LinkedIn. All right, Ian, yo, thanks for hanging out, man. Yeah, go sell some identity wares, buddy. Go sell some identity wares, and we'll see you later this Arvo. Yeah. But yeah, back to my man Andrew. Listen, superstar in the making. All Things IAM is his YouTube channel. We about to pop it up right now. I'm actually giving y'all like real links. That's what we gonna do. Real links. All Things IAM. Like I said, he's got a LinkedIn course. I mean, the man is just doing it. I don't understand when the man sleeps. I mean, like, Restream trying to get some beats. Let's go to the captions. Hide that. Andrew.
David, what's up, man?
What's going on, my guy?
Oh, man. I was like, wait a minute, David's on? Hold on, man. Let me come here and give him a shout out. And he's like, hey, why don't you come on my show? Like, oh, all right, man. Help me out.
Hey, man, that's how we do this. This was all just, yo, man. It was like, I was just in the mood, man. I was like, yo, I had the new setup, and I'm like, let's just go live. Let's see what the people are doing out here, man. Let's just chill for a minute.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Thanks for having me come on. I'm excited. Thanks for. Man. I heard the shout out. I was like, look. I showed my wife. I was like, look, David's giving me a shout out, and I was all red and stuff. And she's like, and then when you said come on, she's like, I'll see. Go upstairs. I was like, all right.
I will keep you below, man. I don't want to get you in trouble. So listen, there it is right there, guys. Like, All Things IAM. That's Andrew's YouTube channel, man. Go check it out. Like, he's got some great content up there. Listen, make sure you support, like, all right, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Because when he drops new content, I want you to know it's no competition. There's plenty of views out here for all of us. When you go to his, subscribe. You go to mine, subscribe. And yeah, listen. Listen. You see this right here? You see these two faces? This is the last time you're gonna see this. Me and Andrew are gonna be linking up. We got some things to do, man. We've been chatting here and there. But I've been plotting. I just haven't told you yet. We got some things planned.
Oh man, it's crazy, right? I mean, I'm not sure everybody knew, but I met David about 2018 at Identiverse, my very first ever speaking engagement, and Dave was right after me, and I was so nervous. And he comes on, and he just like blows the show off and everything, and I just started laughing. I'm like, I gotta be like that when I do my conference speaking like that. So my last one, I try to be like David and enjoy that. It's pretty cool. And then I saw David at Identiverse this year. I was sad I missed your keynote, but I'm actually excited to watch it now because now it's available on YouTube. So it's been a journey, man. I mean, what 18, 4 years, 5 years?
Yeah.
You know, so it's been crazy.
Yeah, man. Look, it's I remember that too because God, it was like I think like a week before Identiverse, I was just talking to somebody about like, like listening and asking questions and like really covering like a bunch of soft skills. I was like, man, why don't we talk about this stuff? And then lo and behold, I go to Identiverse and you give a whole talk on active listening. I was like, yo, this is so dope. So it was perfect, man. Gigi, I see you. Thanks for the follow. Yes, Andrew's on too. Thank you for following us. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube. But yeah, man, it definitely has been a journey. Dude, I've been a fan just kind of watching you, watching just kind of grow and build what you're doing over there. I love like there's an entire, you know what I mean? As young and handsome as I look, I am older than most people would think. But it's been crazy just kind of watching, new people kind of come into this industry, new people, new voices and new faces kind of, being the norm, which is what we need. We got to make sure that like as we're passing this off that we have new voices and taking a fresh look at it, right? Because so many things have changed. I mean, just in the time that I've been in it, right? And I say this a lot. These next couple of years is crucial, man. Like identity is getting ready to like evolve big time. Like we're not going to really. I think a lot of the problems that we've been trying to solve like aren't going to be the main problems anymore. I think technology is advanced enough where we can solve a lot of these things. So it's going to be dope. I'm looking forward.
Absolutely. No, exactly. Did you talk a little about your book, David, earlier? I missed some your stuff, so I wasn't sure.
Yeah, man. I just been out here talking random stuff. Whatever. Talked about the book. I didn't put together I literally. So let's say guess how random I am, right? So I was like, okay, I got your newsletter. I had to get the community blog out, which I got to go and edit because I did a typo. But I was like, man, let's just go live. I'm just go live and see what's out there. So I was like, all right, let me set up some stuff. They can, get the YouTube channel. They can get the subscribe stuff. I talked about the book a little bit. Just the fact that, it was a major accomplishment for me this year. It's out everywhere, right? Amazon, Barnes and Noble, dude. All right, I got to tell you the story. So I went home a couple of weeks ago, go spend some time with my mom, and my sister picks me up from the airport, and she was like, obviously, like I said, my mom, my sister's like there, had a copy of the book, so she had read it, and she was like, yeah, I liked it so much. She was telling her coworkers about it. And she was like, it was so hard to find on Barnes and Noble, but then I found it. And so I sent it to them. And then I was like, wait, what? I was like, it's on Barnes and Noble. And she was like, yeah. And I was like, damn. Like, I didn't really think about it because like where I published it to, like they pushed it out to like Amazon, Barnes and Noble, all these different stores. But it didn't sink in until she said that. And I was like, yo, it's on Barnes and Noble. Right. And I wrote a post. I think I didn't put it on LinkedIn. I put it on Facebook. But man, when I was a kid, kid, like, 19, 20, right? Coming out of, high school, getting ready to go to college. So, like Barnes and Noble, that was my joint, man. I used to go there and read business books and like coding books and all this stuff, or whatever. Like, shout out to, what was it? Like, it was Sam's, like learn JavaScript in 24 hours, learn this in 24 hours. Bro, I had an entire, y'all see this box? Like, I used to have a bookcase like this full of Sam's everything in 24 hours. I love those books, man. Coding examples, real stuff that you could build. So I was always in Barnes and Noble. So the fact now that like you can go to the website and my books on there was just crazy to me, right? So now I was like, and of course, me being the type of personality I am, now I'm like, yo, now I want to push it. Like I want the books actually in the store, right? So now I'm just like, all right, how do I continue to push and get it to the point where Barnes and Noble feels like, hey, we want to order like whatever 1,000 copies to go put in the bookstore. That would be dope. I don't know how I'm gonna do that yet, but I'm gonna add that as a goal. It's gonna happen next year.
Word of mouth. I mean, I'm making a video on it myself about your book and how I felt as I read it and my review, my honest opinion, and how much it, even though your book was primarily like the only Black man in the room, as a minority myself, right, even Asian, I know how that feeling. And it's interesting to like some of the things that you wrote, I resonate with, especially because I wasn't more of a coder, like a developer. I came more of a business background, but being in places where the language was spoken differently and I had no idea what was going on, and just being like talked over my head, stuff like that. It's like
Yeah.
I reading what you wrote, I felt that. And I know one of the big things that really like hit me was your first chapter where, and it's crazy. I remember this stuff. I randomly do this a lot. My wife thinks I'm crazy, but the part where you talk about like going to a contractor and trying to milk that people, you know, and I'm not trying to like spoil everybody, but there's a part where David talks about going there and like milking his manager, saying, go and find me more work for my business. And you're like, dude, I've done enough. I've done the best I can. And I feel that because I've been doing that too, where I'm like, I've given that organically. I can do so much, but I, as a person, I respect the customer. They can choose to do it with us or not. And you saying no to that was something that I thought was like, to probably take a lot of courage for you, especially being younger in your age, where most of us, as I mean, when I was young, I was like, yeah, you know what I mean? Because I had no idea what I was doing. I was trying to learn that stuff. So reading that part of your chapter was like such a like, wow, like that was, it took amazing courage for you to do that. And then, you know, the consequences afterwards, but the amount of what you learned from it was something that I thought resonated to me. And then I've been parts of places too, where I've been in places, I won't name the company, but they had like a person who was like, hey, you know, we're trying to build up leadership for this DEI program. How can we help? And I looked at them and I verbally said, well, to be honest with you, I see all these people. I don't see any like minorities up there. Like I was a leader at that time, but that was it. Like nobody above me was all like, you know, a different, you know, certain color, and that's it. I'm like, you want to fix that problem? Here's how you solve it. And I told them like, look, you don't have, I'm not saying go and hire a token person. That's not what I'm trying to say. Right. I'm saying people who earn it, put them up there. Give them a shot. Let other people, because I had a lot of people in the Asian community come talk to me and be like, man, you know what? A lot of us, just for those who don't know, like in the Asian community, a lot of times we're taught, head down, do your work, shut up. Don't really say anything. Don't row that boat, right? From a lot of times where myself being born in this country where I learn a lot more, you know, different cultures per se. I'm like, no, wait a minute, this is different. And being the voice for those people, those type of the Asian culture who's been taught to be more head down, just 9 to 5 and you go there. It's refreshing. And I felt like part of your book kind of like showcased that, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, dude, listen, I appreciate that, man. And here's the nugget that I'll give everybody, right? Like so the title of the book is, you know, The Only One in the Room, The Unwritten Rules of Being Black in Tech. But when people read it, and this is what I wanted people to do, right? I knew that title was going to catch people's attention. And then when they read it, you know, I know people are going to step away from this and do exactly like you said, like, wait, man, like I felt like this, right? Because the point of all of this is like, there's all these things, these unwritten rules, right? And that you kind of have to know. And the problem is that when you're a minority, like some of these things you just don't know. There's too much people who think that this is the norm, that they go through there, so they become unwritten. I wanted to write it in such a way that anybody could get something from it. You don't have to be Black. You don't have to be male. You could be, you know, you could just read it and be like, man, this really makes a lot of sense. But I did want to understand from that experience of being Black of what these things are, because and in my head, what I wanted, you know, one of the dreams I still have with this is that it would inspire other people. Like I would love to see a chain of these books where it's like, hey, the only one in the room, like, you know, being an only Asian person in the room, being LGBTQ, being the only woman, because while there's going to be similarities, there's also things that are different, because there's biases that are different, right? Like they're going to make different jokes. You know, some racist corporate asshole is going to make a different joke to me than they are to you, right? Now, how we feel about it may still be the same. Like, man, that's messed up. But it's like the joke's going to be different, right? Like, there's, you know, I've just seen this stupid stuff, right? Like, you know, I had one guy like, so my buddy right out of college, right? He loved sushi, right? And so he got me into it. And so he taught me how to use chopsticks. And so go out, I forgot, this was years ago, man. Like, you know, just random business meeting, go to lunch, we go get sushi. And I'm the only one that grabs the chopsticks and I'm eating it. And this guy goes, well, of course he can use chopsticks. His last name is Lee. And like everybody just cringes and then like looks at this dude. And they're waiting for me to just like, you know, and dude, it's like everything in me. Like, I'm just like, and I'm just like, oh yeah. I was like, well, you know, it's not really all that hard to learn, man. You don't have to be Asian to use chopsticks, right? Like, it's just like, that's kind of stupid and silly. And I just kind of let it go. But it's little things like that I think a lot of people, you know, non-minorities, right? They just don't understand, right? Like that, they think it's funny or it's a joke or whatever. And it's like, it's not, right? Like there's, you know, what that pressure is. And, you know, to that point where like, when you are like the only one in the room, you feel like, well, man, I can't really say anything, right? Because I don't want to rock the boat. I don't want to make waves. I think, part of, for me, both good and bad, is I didn't give a shit. Never have.
Mhm.
Like, you can
Right.
ask Topper. Topper's known me for years. Like, both to my detriment and sometimes my betterment. Like, I don't care, right? If like I'm just that type of person. If something's wrong, it's wrong. I don't care what it is. Like, and I'm that guy that if I'm walking down the street and something's like, I'm gonna butt in because I'm like, that's wrong. So, and I've kind of always been like that, and I've never been able to turn that off. So, like, yeah, that part in the book, I remember writing that, and I was just like, it was funny when I was writing it and remembering it. I was like, man, to this day, I'm still pissed at that. And I was like, but I learned a lot, right? Like, so spoiler alert, it didn't work out. There's better ways I could have handled it. I don't regret taking the stance that I took. I probably could have just addressed it a little nicer.
Hey, whatever. Yeah, exactly. We were young. I did a lot of dumb crap in my young years. I'm like, man, but it's funny. It shapes you, right? Of who you are today. Just like, to be honest with you, like the way I am today, me getting to identity, pure accident, right? I mean, I got fired from a job. For those who don't know, like I got let go from a government job, like a state local government job doing, I was supposed to be like a trainer, at that point, and a little bit of a BA, business analyst, for those who don't know. And then before they had like a 1-year probation period. I got let go like a week before that. It was devastating to me. And it just sucked. And then I got lucky where I was looking for a job and it's a BA role. And we're like, oh, hey, you're gonna learn this sell point stuff. I'm like, ooh, what's that? I had no idea. It was for a government agency because, I live in the DC metropolitan area where 99% of people are either government employees or they're federal contractors. David did some of that work too, I think, because I remember you say you lived there near TC Williams. And being there and knowing that, and I remember the people like, how do I learn this stuff? Oh, here's a user manual. Have at it. And I'm like, okay. But that's what got me to identity. And then what really got lucky was people who gave back. And that's why in my YouTube channel that I created, these 3 guys gave the time to teach me the ropes. Why are we doing Joiner Reliever? What does that really mean? Like, what's certification? Why are we doing it for this organization? And it taught me everything that I am today. And I've always want to get back. And that's what the YouTube channel that I created was to give back to the community and help people get into the identity space, to get more people like myself, like David, like others, like, hey, you don't have to be a coder to be successful in IAM, right? Let me show you how that works. Let me give you the best, because I think in our industry today, and David, please tell me if you think I'm wrong here, but we don't have a lot of training, right? There's been struggles where I knew you're laughing, where it's like, welcome to the club, welcome to the job, great, here you go, and you go out and you're just like, oh, what am I doing? And then you'll have some like, oh, go talk to like John over there from IT, get your stuff. And the other person who hired you is gone, busy doing something else. And then comes back a month later saying, wait, you haven't done anything? And you're like, I don't really know what I'm doing here. And I felt that's unfair to a lot of people. So why can't I create a channel where I get back to that and teach people what's an IMBA, what's an IMPM, what's a developer, what's an architect, all that good stuff from there, and give people space like, oh, I get it. Cool. And then meet people like yourself, Marcus, and others who can give you more guidance. Because I think when I started, so, back in 2014, wasn't just like you said in the Sands book, right? There was a lot of like YouTube channel. There wasn't a lot of books. There wasn't anything like that that had that information. There's no YouTube channel. There's no like training, like you have today, which is what I have today. And I think my thing just went blank. But that's where the YouTube channel comes and gives back to people.
Yeah, man. Listen, it's needed, right? Like, because even it's better than when I started. I started like, God, I'm so old now. Like 04, right? 05. Like there was nothing. Like I had to scour the internet for like the smallest little crumb of like, what is this? And even still today, it's still all locked in vendor documentation in vendor, vendor marketing spin, which is really like when a lot of people ask me like, oh, what are you doing Identity Jedi and all this stuff, whatever. I was like, the main thing I'm doing is just trying to provide a place that's not vendor biased. And that's it. Right. Where you can just kind of really understand what something is outside of the wrapped up marketing fed talk of like this, that, or whatever. And that's it. That's literally all I want it to be. And then we'll see what happens. It's going to go from there. And listen, shout out to ID Pro. They're doing a great job of doing that. The body analysis there, right? They got the CID Pro. certification. You just got
I
yours,
did.
right?
It's funny. I took it at Identiverse.
At
Me and the
Identiverse?
only guy. We walked up there, and I remember thinking, I was like, "Oh, okay." It means one guy. Let's have it, dude. And that's again. So it's funny. I'm like, I have this as my to-do list of videos to make is talk about the Sid Pro and how the variation of it and what you need to what kind of skill sets you need to kind of pass it, right? It was definitely interesting because there are some very interesting scenarios in there that I was like, interesting, from that perspective. And it touches on both from a fundamental perspective, but also from a technical perspective, like JSON or how would you do it this way, and even from a ethical or what kind of ethical way would you handle this, versus you take like the CISP for example, where I know people have failed that because in their world it's like this is how reality happens to it, but in the ICS2 square world it's different, right? So how you answer that way. So it was definitely interesting, and I'm hoping the Sid Pro gets more and more traction in our industry because we don't have a lot, right? It's this one. It's I think the other guys who did like to the CIAM, the Identity Institute, Management Institute, they have another certification too. They have 7 different ones. Those are only really 2, right? And then after that, you have your security pluses, you have your CISPs, you have the cloud ones, all the other different certifications, but nothing identity centric. If that makes sense, you know what I mean?
No, and look, that was. I mean, it was part of. I talked to Ian. That it was one of their main things when they started ID Pro, like that they wanted to, have that kind of certification and have it there. So, at some point, I'll probably take it just to knock it off, like, and just see if I can pass it the first time.
The only downfall, I won't lie to people, be very transparent. It's like $700. You know what I mean? So it ain't cheap. And I get that. The only reason why I took it in Vegas because they gave you a discount.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, because and I understand for ID Pro, good, it's still young. It's maturing. It's nonprofit. So it costs loot. I get that, right? It's just hard sometimes to justify that versus when you have like your Microsoft ones, but they're bigger. I know that's a different, I guess, like arena, but $150, even like AWS is $99, where the CISP, for example, is like the creme of the creme in the quote unquote identity world, in cybersecurity world, they can justify dropping 750 on it. You know what I mean? But I get it. Like I totally understand that too.
And I think one of the things we got to do is, hi ID Pro board members, is we probably should talk about tying. So at that cost point, right? Especially, so number one, it depends on what their goals are, what they're trying to do. If they're just trying to get like the current community certified, so it's there, it makes sense. Most of it's available to our careers. I mean, it's an investment still, but it's not like free. Whereas if we're looking to get like entry people or getting people to come in, that's a big hurdle to spend, right? To spend that, and then like, but what does it lead to, right? I think part of that is we have to have an entry path or something like that. Like, hey, you take this test, and then like we have like, I mean, I'm to be honest, like some kind of placement, right? Where we can say, okay, great. Hey, because we've got some big organizations that are sponsoring ID Pro. Like, hey, here's our new fresh, graduates of the CIDP Pro test. They're all, 3 to 5 years or whatever, like something there to where, that investment for that person is, at least has a chance to lead to something, right? Yes, invest in yourself, but like invest in yourself with a goal of like, it's going to help get somewhere right now. I don't think it's big enough yet that just getting it, anybody's going to go, okay, you got this. What does that mean? Right? Like, it's still very much, it's an ID Pro thing. Let's get there. Let's get them tested. Let's get them passed. And then let's start making some entryways into some of these organizations. So I say that knowing full well that I'm a member, and like if Heather or somebody sees this, they're gonna be like, "Oh, Dave, you should." And I'm like, "Oh, great, here we go."
Well, I'm a member too.
I ain't got time to do anything.
Yeah, no, me too. And funny, Lance talked to me. He's like, "You should write for the Baylock, right?" And what I'm doing from a beginner perspective, and I'm like, I would love to, Lance. Just find time. I have 2 kids. I'm surprised that my kids are running and be like, "Daddy, what are you doing?" You know what I mean? Like that. I'm shocked that they're not in here like banging the door, like, "What are you doing?" Like that. If I can find the time, I would love to do it. And again, pushing about the content that I want to create takes time. Like for me, for example, my last video, I did a project on how to show people how to do federation using Okta and Azure AD, which is inexpensive for the most part, because that's my biggest goal was how can I give you projects that aren't going to kill your bank account that you can put on your resume and be like, I can explain this to you, why I'm doing that, what's the purpose of it, and give me a shot, right? Because I go on what you're saying, it's I've been trying to help people get into the space, and it's been a struggle because you need that. Like, I need even entry level. It's not entry level. It's like 3 to 4. I'm like, how do you do that? And I know, like in the Azure world, you can, but the problem is, how do I showcase that, right?
Yeah.
And it's like awesome, and I want to, and like you said, the entryway. How can we do that, right? Where we give them the ability, give them the project, like, hey, I got these people all lined up for you. They understand that they can talk to you and tell you what's former general lever, what's the authoritative source, what's certification, why are we doing certifications, what's the goal, what are our attack vectors that we can look at. Give me a shot. I bet you they'll surprise you. And I think that's a struggle that I have, right?
So listen, man, we gotta talk, man. Seriously, like offline. No, I'm dead serious, dude. I have been planning this thing for probably about 3 years. And then here recently I've had some conversations, and it's those things that I haven't reached out and told you yet because I wanted to get a little bit more concrete. But yeah, man, let's link up in the next couple of weeks. I want to walk you through some things that I'm looking to do and that I want, a couple of us to collectively do. And one that's gonna, like, I think, accomplish the goals that we all want, but two, just kind of do something a little bit different. You know me, I gotta come with a little bit of style, a little swag.
No, I like it. So I'll be your paladin. You be Jedi. Yeah. So yeah,
Hey,
I'll be
man,
learning from you.
You are okay. So I did segmentation on the newsletter, right? I broke it down like this: there's younglings, that's 0 to 3 years,
Yeah.
right? 3 to 5 years of Padawans, and then you have knights, like the 5 to 10. You're in the Jedi Knight, man. Like,
Okay, cool, cool.
Like, you're in there, right? And we got the Jedi Masters 10 plus years over, right? Literally, that's all internal. That's how I, like, segment my user list in the back end. And at some point, I'm gonna do something about that and, like, put that out, man. There's so much stuff I got planned for this thing. Like, look, the day the mouse calls me, like, it's gonna be hilarious. I'm like, all right. We're like, we're gonna just shut all this down. Like, yeah, no problem. I'll see since this. I mean, I'm big enough that you guys heard about it. So
yeah, cool, man. Let me know. I got you, David. I'm always here, man. I'm always here to support you. You know that.
All right, man. Look, I'm gonna let you go, man. Get to your kids. Go hang out. I appreciate you coming through.
Do you see the comment the person asked about the certifications? What do you, before I let go, do you want to answer that, or do you want me to answer that?
Okay. Any starts or learning resources you recommend for early? Oh, yes. Okay. So super plug. Yeah. So number one, all things I am. Hit up the YouTube channel, right? Hold on, let me put it back on the boom, boom, boom. There you go. So you can check out Andrew's YouTube channel, All Things I Am. He's got some stuff on there. He also has a LinkedIn course that covers some of that stuff. And then the body of knowledge. So go to idpro.org and then look for the body of knowledge. There's a lot of good resources and blogs there. Also, if you go to, and I'm gonna post it on here. I've got a running post on my website that has, like, different links. So links to the body of knowledge, links to Andrew's page, some IDSA stuff, best practice, things like that, that I'll put out there that you can go and look at there. So right now it's kind of all over the place, but those are, like, kind of the best consolidated resources. I really like the body of knowledge specifically because it kind of breaks it down into certain areas. You can kind of go, okay, what's workforce, what's, customer identity access management, what's role relationships, and you can kind of go and go through all of that. And then after that, like, it depends where you decide to go after that. Like, if you start to branch off into more things like authentication or authorization, like there's, OAuth and OIDC that you can go down. Oh, and on that list for not OIDC, OAuth, Justin Richer, man. I mean, when I tell you, this is the guy. Hold on. Oh, there's a dog and the kids.
Yeah,
found him.
Justin, right? Check this out, everybody. Even me, a business guy. The book.
Boom.
It's I got it. I listened to our boys Jim and Jeff on a dance center, and he was on, and I want to learn OAuth myself, and just to plug his book. You know what I mean?
There you go. OAuth 2 in Action by Justin Richer.
That's right.
So there you go, man. Or I don't know. I said, man, sorry. I got to find more gender neutral.
Yeah.
It says LinkedIn user, but there you go. Some resources there to check out. So idpro.org. You can look for Justin Richer, OAuth 2 in Action. Andrew's YouTube page is right there on the screen. You can grab that. And then also go to theidentitygedi.com. And if you go to the blog section, just look for I Am Training. There's a bunch of links there. So some good places to go and get started. And then obviously, make sure you just stay locked into me, Andrew, stuff like that. We're always posting content. And listen, for anybody that's watching, listen, I'm open inbox all the time. Hit me up. You got questions, just holler at your boy, right? Send me a DM. I may not answer super quick, but I promise you I will answer, get back to you. I try and help as much as I can. So yeah, with
Awesome.
that, man, listen, I'm gonna go in an hour. Andrew, I think I'm gonna let you go, man. I think I'm gonna go and finally start writing. Let's see, I've been let's put this on there. Been following both of you guys' channels for a while now. Keep it the good work. I've been brought in this, and it's good. Cool. Appreciate it. Listen, man, appreciate the follow. Let you know, I will say for me, I won't speak for Andrew, but like hit me up, man. Let me know if there's anything else that you want to see, if there's different kind of content, whatever. Let me know. Like I listen to all of that, right? I try and make sure that I make content that's relevant for everybody. So definitely appreciate you following and the love. And as you continue to go down on this path and get into the industry, man, make sure you connect to both of us, man. Both of us, anytime, man. Anytime, anything you need, we'll make connections. We'll try our best to help you out. We want more people to get into this field because it is an exciting field, right? I mean, it's a place to nerd out and have fun, and there's a lot of good problems to solve in here.
Yep, absolutely. Same as what David said. DM me anytime. Happy to help best I can. Any feedback, any new content you want to do, definitely let me know. Like for example, next one I'm doing is how do I make my resume for entry level people based off of a job description. Now I'm gonna talk through what you can do to kind of showcase that from an entry level perspective and break it down from a beginner and an experienced person too. So hopefully help people out in terms of how would I structure my resume to make that work, and hopefully it works. So stuff like that. So yeah, please, anytime, I'm happy to help too. Just what David said.
Dropping gems, man. Love
it,
it,
man. I'm just trying to help out. I'm trying to just get back, man. That's all I'm trying to do. Just like yourself.
I feel it, man. Yo, appreciate you hopping on, Andrew. It's good to see you, man. Of course.
You too, David. We'll talk to you soon, buddy. Okay. Thanks, everybody.
Buddy. All right, y'all. That was it. That was it. And I still didn't ask him how to pronounce his name on the freaking thing. Why didn't y'all tell me that? Anyway, I'm gonna holler at him later. I mean, he put it in the comments. I'm still like, he said, chant the phone, but I wanted to ask him if I'm saying that the right way. Anyway, listen, I appreciate y'all hanging out. It's been real. It's been fun, but it ain't been real fun. No, I'm just kidding. No, it's been real fun. Thanks for hanging out with your boy. Appreciate y'all with being engaged and leaving a chat. Appreciate you just following the stream just for the chats there. GG. Thanks for the claps. Thanks for the follows. Y'all know what it is. New YouTube channel coming. So make sure you subscribe to the new YouTube channel. If you're watching on the old YouTube channel right now, this will be the last stream that we have on there. More content's coming. The keynote is dropping this Friday on the new YouTube channel. So make sure you go subscribe, hit the notification bell, so that way you know when it's live and it's coming. Also, the Identity Jedi newsletter every week. It comes into your inbox on Wednesdays. All the latest updates. Also, we have a community blog. Every Tuesday, new blogs to the community are dropped. I write them. I have guest authors that wrote them. I just dropped one this evening by Mr. Jordan Burris from Secure. There is a typo in the title. I will fix that. My bad. I'm not perfect. Who knew? So check that out. And that's it. Signing off. Y'all have a good night. For you who follow the newsletter, y'all know what's coming up. Be good to each other. Be kind to each other. Love each other. Till the next time I see you, y'all be safe out there.